this is Ju from Ever Present Yoga. I have a balance nurturing, leg strengthening, hip releasing sequence planned for you today. We're going to be working mindfully, linking breath with movement the whole way through, working with our muscles and that momentum to create a really calming, soothing, yet strengthening and centering flow of energy. So I invite you to sit comfortably. We're just going to center for a moment and connect to our breath. Your eyes can be open here, closed, or just with that nice soft gaze. All right, come into your breath. Just noticing that it's there. And today what I really want you to pay attention to is the soothing wave-like rhythm of the breath. Inhaling and exhaling. And we're going to use this soothing wave-like rhythm of the breath to help keep us present here in the moment. So just notice, even in your seat here, are you leaning a little too far forward, grasping for what's ahead? Or are you sitting a little too far back in your seat, kind of stuck or holding on to what's past? So I want you to come into center, come into the present moment. Feel the flow of the breath. Try not to pull your inhale or push your exhale. If you're familiar with Ujjayi, that nice ocean sounding breath with the light constriction at the back of the throat as the breath passes through, start to layer that in now. And try to keep that going through class today to help facilitate the nice full deep breath and to help keep you here in the moment. And as you're sitting here, similar to that exercise we just did with our seat, as you're sitting here, notice the emotions in the body today and what's sort of bubbling up now that we've been sitting here for a moment. A lot going on in our lives. So the mind might be pulling us in all different directions. So try not to grasp for those emotions or thoughts, and whether they're ahead or something past, and just be here. Just be here in the moment with your breath and remember those feelings. They come and go just like that wave-like rhythm of the breath. They ebb and flow and they change and they're not permanent. And we just need to notice and observe. So just follow the rhythm of the breath and just watch what bubbles up today. And if it's time to release it, use your exhale and release the thought and release the emotion, and then see what release that could bring to the body. So with a little more attention, a little maybe more richness and fullness to your breath now, let's just take some sun breath. So inhale, fill your belly. Draw it all the way up, face off, shoulders relax, palms touch, and then exhale right through center line. Inhale, sweep the breath all the way up. Exhale to your heart. Take two more here. Now reverse your direction. Inhale, straight up. Exhale, surround yourself with breath and energy. Inhale, up. Exhale, a nice stretch. Let's see, arms come down. Take two more here now. And then back to center. So our warm-up today is going to include the cat and dog flow. Okay, so we're going to start down in child's pose. Knees nice and wide, sink back to the heels. Bring the torso forward and the hands down by the feet. And just take a few breaths here. I'm just turning my head so that you can hear me clearly, but keep the forehead down to the mat. And I want you to take a few deep breaths here. Let the shoulders release. I want you to breathe into the back body. The back is nice and open here. So send your breath to the back of the ribs. Feel the lungs expanding, getting that nice full deep breath in. And notice in this very restful pose, and remember you can come to this at any point during class if you need a break today. Notice if you're still holding anywhere here and try to bring a little more ease in the body. Okay, then on our next inhale, we're gonna sweep up all the way up onto the knees, and we're gonna open the heart, lengthen the tailbone, drop the shoulders. Exhale, down into a table, shoulders over wrist, hips over knees. Now inhale, start to arch, low back, mid back, upper back, shoulders back and down, look up, last. And then exhale, round, low back, mid back, upper back, tuck. Now inhale, sweep up and open, lift up and out of the low back, open the heart. Now exhale, bring that energy, bring it back in and come back down to your child's pose. Take a breath here. And on the next inhale, we're gonna lift up and open up to the possibilities today. Exhale, down into table. 2 times here now. Inhale, arch and open, low back all the way up. And then exhale, round and tuck. Good. Remember, no matter if you're arching or rounding, start with the low back, follow the spine, head is last. And exhale, round, curl the back up to the ceiling. Inhale, sweep up and open again. And now exhale, draw the energy in, back to child's pose. One more time, here we go. We're gonna go 3 rounds. Inhale, open, exhale, table. Inhale, arch, exhale, round. Inhale, open, exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, exhale, breath and movement. Inhale, open up now. And exhale, back to center. Good, take a breath here. And then we're gonna come back up into table, readjust. Remember, don't collapse in the shoulders here. Everything's nice and lifted. Make sure you're not putting too much pressure in the wrist. Lift the energy up through the palm of the hands into the shoulders, shoulders back and down. Inhale here, exhale, right knee to nose, round and bring it in. Inhale, extend the leg, hip height, no higher. Now open that right hip up and flex your foot. Get a nice stretch there. Then we're gonna swing the leg around. Take 1 breath here. And then drop the foot down, nice soft. Right knee, left hand slides under the face. Pull the energy up through the palm, shoulder back and down. Inhale, exhale, open that right arm up. Look up, see your thumb. Stay very lifted here, don't collapse. Gaze comfortable, head and neck nice and long. Nice full deep breathing here in your twist. Then exhale, hands down, readjust so the shoulders are over the wrist again. Pick the leg up, swing it back, both hip bones face the mat. Exhale, draw it back in. Round, inhale, nice and long. We're gonna open that hip up again, flex through the foot, and the leg is hip height. Now we're gonna drop the foot down. I like to have it half on, half off your mat or completely off. Just don't have it right behind the left leg. Good, slide the left hand over now. Pull the energy up through the palm, shoulder back and down. Inhale, and on the exhale, touch your heart, connect there to your inner guide and teacher, and then right arm comes up. Again, look up and see your thumb, adjust your gaze, breathe here, nice and lifted, no collapsing here. Now, bend the elbow, back of the hand to the low back, roll that right shoulder open, drop your shoulders away from your ears, head and neck in one nice long line. Breathe here. Inhale, reach up again, turn the palm. Now bring the right bicep over the right ear, palm to the floor. Extend one big line of energy from the pinky edge of that right foot through the right fingers. Separate the ribs, make space to breathe. Send your breath between them. Your head and neck are comfortable. Now take a big sweeping inhale. Let's bring the energy up. Right arm to the right leg, left hand up to the ceiling, shoulder height. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop your shoulder away from your ear. Inhale, make some space, and then exhale, take that light dip back. Right shoulder falls away from the right ear. You're breathing into left side body. If it doesn't feel right for your body to bend back here today, just keep the arm straight up to the ceiling with a drop shoulder. One more breath here. Now inhale, both arms up. They come down, plant them. Shoulders over wrist. Now pick the foot up. You can lift it up a little or just drag it across the spine too. Plant the ball of the foot. Now, nice, strong right leg. Shoulders over wrist, belly button to spine. Lengthen the tailbone. Get yourself solid and set in this foundation. And then the left leg is going to come to join it in plank. Breathe here. Nice and long. Take plank out of your arms. Use your legs. And now we're going to lower all the way down to the belly. Elbows bend towards you. Control your lower. Once you come down, tops of the feet are down now. Preparing for cobra. Elbows in tight. Press the belly button into the mat. Lengthen the tailbone towards the heels. Engage your legs. Hug the muscles in. And then on your next inhale, roll the heart open. It's not that high. Look right out past the front edge of the mat so there's no strain in the head and neck. Make sure you're not using your hands here. You can give yourself a little test and lift them. Breathe into the openness at your heart. And then exhale, lower the forehead down. We're going to curl the toes under. Have the arms in close. Big, powerful inhale. The power of the inhale. We're going to press ourselves up and back to down dog. You can take a little pit stop in plank if that feels good, if the energy's there today. So big inhale up. And then exhale back. This is the first down dog, so let's bicycle the feet. You can wag your hips side to side. Feet are hip distance apart. Make that adjustment. Let your head and neck go here. You can lightly shake yes and no. And then we're going to come down into table, inhale, and exhale back to child's pose. Hands to the feet. Breathe here. Good, and then we're going to take the other side. I'm just going to turn around so that you can see me better. Okay, let's get adjusted on the other side. So table, shoulders over wrist, hips over knees. That'll be our starting point. Inhale here, exhale, bring your left knee to your nose and round. Inhale, extend the leg long, hip height no higher, length, top of the head reaches. Now, let's open up that left hip, flex the foot, press through the sole of the foot. Now bring the leg around, a little bit of a hip challenge. Take a breath here, and then exhale, lower toes face forward, nice soft left knee. Slide the right hand over under the face, pull the energy up through the palm, big inhale. Exhale, left arm raises. Look up, see your thumb, then adjust your gaze, nice and comfortable. Breathe here. Breathe into the twist. Don't hold your breath here. Bring out what's on your mind today. Let the spine release. Good. Exhale, hand comes down, reposition, shoulders over wrist. Lift the leg up. Inhale, send it back. Inhale here. Exhale, knee to nose again. Hug it in round. Then send the leg long. Big inhale. Roll the hip open again, flex through the foot. Then drop the foot down. Remember, it's not half on, half off the mat or completely off. All right, slide the right hand over, pull the energy up, get the pose nice and energized. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, arm comes up overhead, adjust your gaze. Inhale here, let's open up the shoulder, bring the back of the hand to the low back, shine your heart open a little further to the ceiling. Good, breathe here. And then reach the arm up, big inhale. Now turn your palm, left bicep over the left ear, palm to the floor, extend, breathing up and down, left side body. Head and neck in one nice long line. Good. Inhale here. And then we're gonna take an exhale, then our next inhale. Big journey up. Exhale, release the shoulder. Remember, you can stay here and just reach to the ceiling, or take that nice inhale, and with the dropped right shoulder, you can dip back and open the right side a little more. Good, left shoulder stays away from the left ear. Let those fingers walk down the leg. Big inhale up. Exhale, hands down. And then you can lift or just slide those left toes over, shoulders over wrist, power up that left leg. Belly button to spine, core activation. Really get the leg powerful and strong. And then when you're all set, with a nice long head and neck too, then that right leg can just journey back. Plank. Use your legs, don't sink. Nice and long. Okay, now inhale, drop your knees. Tops of the feet. Exhale, elbows bend, chest and chin lower, hips stay high. Now inhale through to upward dog. Palms are down, tops of the feet are down, thighs lift. Send your heart through, drop your shoulders. Lots of full deep breathing. Now curl over the toes, lift the hips high, press up and back to down dog. Fingers are spread apart, they're all facing forward. Don't forget to use your pointer and your thumb. Don't rely on the pinky edge of the hand. Now bend the knees a little bit, lift your hips a little higher, then work on straightening the legs. Don't worry about the heels. Let your head and neck go, breathe here. And then look up with the hands, and on this round, we're just gonna walk forward. Walk the hands in and roll up slowly. Take your time when you roll up. All the way up, sweep up, and exhale to your heart. Good. So let's just finish off our warm-ups now by taking some half sun salutations. So feet hip distance apart and rock around and find your center today. And feel rooted through the bottoms of the feet. Energetically lift the inner arches up, engage the legs. The knees aren't bent, but there's that nice awareness there. There's a softness around them. And then nice and long through the low back. We're gonna roll the shoulders up, back, and down. And then drop the shoulders. Top of the head lifts. Lots of space in the body here. Take a big inhale, sweep up. Exhale to your heart. Inhale here, exhale, bend your knees and fold. And I want you to bend them as much as you need to for the hands to come down. It's okay if they're really bent. If that's not happening today, the hands need to be in contact with something. So if you have your block or some books or something that the hands can meet. Now don't settle in just yet. Come up to the fingertips, nice long spine, roll your shoulders back, top of the head forward, hips behind you, lots of space. Inhale, now drape the torso over the legs, let the head and neck go. Head heavy to the floor, hips high to the ceiling. If the hands are easily down, walk them in line with the toes. You can work on straightening the legs here, and I want you to work, most importantly, on sending your breath up and down the backs of your legs. Show the body where we're headed today. Give the body some time to open. Lots of full deep breathing. And on your next inhale, we're gonna roll up slowly all the way up. Sweep up and exhale to your heart. Good. Inhale, sweep up. This time, exhale, arms shoulder height. We're gonna try out the swan dive here. This is your test, so you know any other time when we flow today, if this feels like too much, then bent knee is the way to go. So soften the knees here, lead with your heart. Hinge at your hip creases all the way, it's heart-led, right till that very last second when the hands come down. Options here, hands to the floor, you can take yoga toe lock here. First two fingers wrap up first and second toe, depending where you wanna work today. Now inhale, lots of length in the spine, shoulders back, top of the head forward. And now exhale, drape the torso over the legs, elbows come out to the side, let your head and neck go, head heavy, hips high, breathing again, up and down the backs of your legs. Neck, head and neck tension today, is that light shake, yes and no. Let's release it here together. All right, let the hands go now, big inhale, sweep all the way up, and exhale to your heart. Good. Okay, we're gonna start our flow now, and I want you to feel the breath with the movement. Feel how grounding it could be today, and centering and yet soothing, okay, as we move one pose to the next. If this series, the vinyasa, the flow between each side, where we're in plank and then we lower through. If that doesn't feel right for you today, you don't have to take it. You can come into child's pose or up into mountain and just wait for us there. You're flowing, you always have options. You can take plank into table, take it back to child's pose, back up to table, and then to down dog. That's a mild version. You can do what we did in the warm-up today. Take plank, lower to the belly, have that low body activation, take cobra, and then up and back to downward dog. Or I'm gonna lead today, plank into knees, chest, chin, into upward dog, and then back to down dog. So make the practice your own today and to where your body, how it's feeling. And remember, you can switch up that section each time. You can tailor it as the energy grows, or by the end of class, the energy, you're feeling a little tired towards the end of class, okay? Practice with where your body is today. That's just so important. Now, we're gonna be working each time we flow today, we're gonna be in dancer pose. And we're not gonna start with the full expression. I'm gonna take you in stages all the way through. So remember, if the full expression is not on your menu today, you can start with just the first variation we're gonna do here and now. All right, so again, make the practice your own today and just really enjoy. That's what I love about flowing so much, is just that dance of energy as we move one pose through the next, okay? So here we go. Nice strong mountain. You might hear Sage off camera. She might walk by too, so you never know who's gonna make an appearance here. All right, so nice and strong into mountain, get yourself set. Take a breath here. One other thing before we start that I wanna say about dancer, if you have a hard time catching your foot, if you have a yoga strap handy, you can use that. Or you can just simply bend the knee and bring the hand down and just start to work on the alignment and the feeling of the pose, okay? All right, so here we go. Nice and grounded and rooted through your left foot. Engage the left leg, soft knee. We're gonna lift onto the ball of the foot. Remember, everything has an intention and a purpose, okay? We're not gonna rush through. And then we're gonna bring our left hand to our heart and our right hand down to our side. We're gonna pick up the right heel and catch the foot if it's available. Hand goes over the top of the foot and the fingers are wrapped on the instep. Now here, what we're gonna work with is just pressing the foot into the hand. Resist the urge to pull the heel towards you. We're gonna press the foot away. Remember, the hand and arm are passive and the foot is active. And you're gonna get a nice stretch right here at that shoulder blade and right here at the front of the leg on that right quad. Have your drishti point, that spot to look at that's not going to move. Have a soft focus. You're looking out, but you're gazing inward. Knees straight to the floor. Top of the head reaches. Lots of full deep breathing. Good. One more breath here, and then as the leg releases, inside lines of the feet together, arms come out shoulder height. Inhale here, sink right at the hip creases, bend the knees and come into chair pose. But just that first spot of sensation, so it might not be that far. Keep the torso lifted, shoulders release. Draw the arms back in, top of the head reaches towards the ceiling. Take a breath here, and then if it's appropriate, you can sink to that next edge. Make it sustainable though. Don't go too far or too fast here. We'll be in this pose more than once today. Okay, so give it some time. Lower body working for you, hug the muscles in, upper body open and free. Good, one more breath here, and then we're gonna have the arms come out. Stand tall. And then lead with your heart. We're gonna fold. And if arms out and folding doesn't feel right today, bent knee with hands over the heart is always fine. Hands come to the floor here now. Shoulders over wrist. Let the head and neck go. And then get a little length. We're gonna step back with that right leg. Nice and strong. Press through the bottom of the foot. Leg active. Long head and neck. Belly button to spine. And then once you're set, the left leg's gonna come back and meet it in plank. Use your legs here. Good, lots of full deep breathing. Look down at the mat.
Inhale here, we're gonna go right up and back to down dog, leg lifted with the right toes up towards the ceiling. I'm okay if the hip opens a little bit here. Try to keep the ribs facing the mat. Good, lower your right toes. Inhale here, and then on your exhale, left toes lift up to the ceiling. Breathe. Inhale, now exhale, start to bend that left knee in slow motion. Hug it in, and then step between the hands. Left knee over left ankle, left hip back, right hip forward, strong back leg, power it up. Arms come up like wings, so come up to the fingertips first, out come the arms, long head and neck. Next inhale, core activation, use that to bring the torso up. Crescent lunge, adjust the hips, strong back leg. You can make any adjustments to the front foot so that the knee's over the ankle to make the pose deeper or milder. You adjust the back leg, that front leg stays constant. Lots of full deep breathing here. One more breath, heart open. Now, so long in the back, come out long, frame your foot. We're gonna go all the way up and back with this left foot into down dog, leg lifted. Follow the energy. Big inhale and then exhale all the way up and back. Take a breath here, and then as the left toes lower, it's right into plank. And then on your next inhale, drop the knees, tops of feet. Exhale, hips high, lower chest, chin. Inhale, heart through, thighs lift, upward dog. Exhale, curl over the toes. Lift up, press back, downward dog. Look up at the hands, and then you can hop with both feet or lead with the right toes. Hug the knee in. Again, everything has an intention. Left foot comes up to the fingertips, nice long spine. Exhale and fold, top of the head to the floor, hips high. Inhale, roll all the way up. Exhale to your heart. Nice work.
All right, let's work to the other side now. So standing strong in mountain, get yourself situated here, nice and grounded and strong. This is a good time to reconnect to your breath, or if you set an intention for your practice today, to reconnect to your intention. All right, and just remember, we're working mindfully through, so really think about using the muscles and not momentum as you flow through, and just really enjoy linking breath with movement on this side, and just follow the flow. Okay, so we're going to ground on the right foot now, right hand to the heart, lift the left heel, and then we're going to lift the left toes and catch the foot, remember, foot over the top, and fingers on the instep. Now, press the foot into the hand, get that nice bind, knee straight down, top of the head reaches towards the ceiling, and keep your breath flowing. Sometimes when we're focusing in our balance, we tend to hold the breath, so keep it flowing here. Sage is right under the camera, so you might hear her walking around. Thanks for your patience and understanding with that. Inside lines of the feet together now, arms out front, and then sink to that first edge. Hug the muscles in on the legs, and breathe. Face nice and soft. Now plug the arms back in, plug the shoulders in. Now sink down. Breathe. Again, make it sustainable. Don't go too far, too fast, where the mind's gonna pull you out. Okay, be present with it. Now, inhale, stand tall, open the heart. Exhale, hinge and fold. Left foot steps back now. Shoulders over wrist, power that left leg up. And then the right foot steps back into your plank. Nice and long, look down at the mat. Inhale here, exhale, left toes up and back towards the ceiling. Breathe here, beautiful extension. And then exhale, lower, right toes lift. Breathe here. And then exhale, hug the knee in. Very last second, foot comes between the hands.
Right knee over right ankle, right hip back, left hip forward. Get yourself solid and strong. Such a strong foundation to your lunge. And then up on the fingertips, preparation, core activation, and then inhale. Sweep up, exhale, sink into the pose, right through the center line of the body. Strong back leg, heart open. Lots of full deep breathing here. Breath flowing, make sure you're not holding or clenching in the face. Hearts open. Now, big inhale, lots of length, the ribs away from hips, come out long, frame the foot. Big inhale now, powerful inhale, follow the energy all the way up and back, down dog leg lifted. And then we're gonna drop it down into plank. Good, and then from here, lower through. Inhale, knees drop, tops of feet. Exhale, chest chin. Inhale, heart through, thighs lift. And then exhale, curl over the toes, all the way up and back into your down dog. Good, and then look up, feet to hands. You can hop with both or lead with the left toes. Right foot comes up, big inhale, and then exhale and fold. Inhale, come up slowly all the way up, and exhale. Good job. All right, we're gonna work back to the other side, our second flow. We're gonna work with dancer. We're gonna have 2 opportunities, so you can take it deeper a little time each time, and we're also gonna have triangle. You're gonna see that here. Okay, so come back to your breath. And Sage came over to take a nap here in the sunshine, in the afternoon sun. All right. Here we go, back to your mountain, lengthen, top of the head lifts, shoulders up, back and down. Reset, back to your breath. Remember, if you're comfortable with it, you can practice with your eyes closed and just listen to the cues, and then really get the work done on the inside today, or just a nice soft gaze is always welcome. All right, here we go. Grounding on the left foot. We're gonna take our dancer pose next step a little further here. So bend the right knee, right hand comes down, catch the foot. Left arm out to counterbalance. Now, press the foot into the hand. We're gonna stay lifted. We're not gonna tilt the pose forward. Remember, there's a softness and awareness in the left knee. And now take the knee straight back. Don't come out to the side. Knee straight back, toes up to the ceiling. Heart stays open here. Breathe. Softness at your heart center. Good. Everything open and lifted here. Good. One more breath. And then arms come up. Inside lines the feet together. Chair pose, sink at the hip creases, draw the arms in, maybe go a little further. Lots of full deep breathing. Good. Inhale, stand tall, lead with your heart, hinge and fold. Same entrance into our flow here now. So right leg back, left leg back, plank. Get yourself set. Inhale here, exhale, right toes up and back, down dog leg lifted, breathe. Exhale, lower. Inhale here, exhale, left toes up. So strong and open. Now bend the left knee, hug, hug, hug. Step between the hands. And this side, left hand's gonna come around, and then we're gonna open this up into a wide leg fold. So walk yourself around. Big inhale up to your fingertips. You can widen your stance as needed. And then exhale, elbows bend towards you. Let your head and neck go. Remember, after a few breaths here, I want you to go to that first edge, and then after a few breaths, inhale, come up, get a little more length, and exhale, you can go a little further. Breathe here. Let the shoulders fall away from the ears. Let the head and neck go. Breathe up and down the backs of the legs. Back into neutral now. Soften the knees, hands to the thighs. Press into the feet, slowly roll up. Inhale up, and exhale, hands together over the heart. Moving into triangle pose now. Turn the left toes open. Turn the right toes in slightly. Good, arms out like wings. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Our hips are gonna move over to the right and the upper body is gonna move left. Now, keep an awareness in this left knee. Make sure you're not sitting back in it. Okay, don't collapse there. It's not bent. There's an awareness and a softness and engage here. Ready, here we go. Right hip, and then reach, 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 and we're gonna cartwheel the arms. Left arm down, right arm up. Good, so look up and see your thumb. So you know you're not over here too far open. Head and neck comfortable. And then this left arm, back of the hand, or if you have a block or something to rest it on, don't grab the leg. I don't want to get your shoulder involved, and I don't want you to put pressure there and sit back in the knee any further. Okay, breathe here, gaze is comfortable. Breathing into right side body. From here, we're going to transition to extended side angle. I'm going to pull the left arm up onto my thigh, and then on the other side, I could show you how to go deeper, but if you want to go deeper here, then the hand right away can come to the floor. So big inhale, I'm going to bend my left knee over the left ankle, pull the left arm up, and then right arm over. Good, breathe into right side body here. There's a huge line of energy from the pinky edge of the right foot all the way out through the fingertips. Breathe here. And then from here, we're going to turn it right into crescent lunge. So we're going to start to shift forward. Back heel lifts, left arm comes up, set it. Breathe here. Now from here, we're going to step into dancer pose. So you have options. You can drag those right toes along for the ride, or belly button to spine, core activation, and do it in one big step. So on this side, I'll show you how you just come in slowly. So ground to the left foot. I'm going to start to shift the weight. The right toes come along. I'm going to wait till I get set and balanced. And then I'm going to pick up my right foot, drop my right hand, catch. Press your foot into your hand. Drop the shoulders. Knees straight back, toes up to the ceiling. This time we'll bend it forward, but remember, that adds an extra tricky element. As you're looking out as your drishti point, then you're going to have to look to the floor, okay? So knees straight back, toes up to the ceiling, lead with your heart. Breathe, and then you can continue your journey. Good. Breathe. You come out, just come out and come back in. And then all the way up. And step back into your lunge. Good. Strong and open. Lots of leg all the way down. Left foot all the way up and back. Down dog leg lifted. Into plank. This time knee to nose. And then plank leg lifted. Knee to nose. Up and back, down dog leg lifted. And hug it in. Step it between the hands. Right foot comes up. Lots of length. Dive into your fold. You're nice and warmed up here. Maybe those hands work to the floor a little more. Maybe you straighten the legs a little more. And then inhale, roll all the way up. And exhale. All right, let's take that full flow to the other side now. So ground your energy in mountain. Reconnect to your breath here. Feel solid and strong and open and free. Feel the energy moving in the body. Okay, nice and grounded on the right side. We're going to bend the left knee, catch the left foot, right arm comes out front. Soft right knee. Let's press the foot into the hand as the knees come straight back, toes come up. Nice and release, keep an ease around it. Keep your breath flowing. Heart open here. Release any tension in the heart. Bring a softness there. Good. Keep your breath flowing. One more full deep breath here. As you release, inside lines come together, sink into chair pose at the hip creases. Go to that first edge, but maybe this is the last one for today. As you draw the shoulders back in line, sink down a little further. Breathe here. Nice smoothness and ease to the breath. Take 2 more nice full deep breaths here, and then open your heart and hinge and release. Left foot back, nice and strong and steady. Right leg back, plank, powerful. Inhale here, and then exhale, left toes up and back. Good, lower, right toes. Good, this time bend and hug and move with intention and step between. Bring your right hand inside now. Take an inhale, we're gonna walk over. Now, you can widen your stance, come up to the fingertips, lots of length. You can keep the hands to the floor, elbows bend, and work those forearms down. You can take the toe lock. First 2 fingers wrap up first and second toe. Big inhale, length, exhale, and dive in. Let your head and neck go. Remember your edges, so when the body opens up, a little more length, and then a little further. Come back to neutral now. Soften the knees. Hands to the thighs. Slowly roll up. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, arm shoulder height. Right toes turn. Left toes in slightly. That awareness to the right knee. Nice ease there. Don't collapse it. All right, left hip, right arm. Get all that length. Reach, reach, reach. Cartwheel the arms. Right hand down. Left arm up, back of the hand inside the leg. Think about your right sitting bone moving towards your left heel, a little open, a little more open there. Look up at your thumb, adjust your gaze, breathe into triangle. Breathe into left side body here. Hips release. Now from here, remember we're moving into extended side angle, so you can pull the arm up as your knee bends, or this time drop it to the floor. If you're a binder, if you can bring the right shoulder under the right knee, you can bind it up here and open. Gaze comfortable. Lots of full deep breathing. And then we'll bring it back into the original expression of the pose, because we're going to turn this into crescent lunge. So the hips are going to start to turn. Back heel lifts. Right arm comes up. Make sure you're hip distance apart. You can make any adjustments to your line. You don't have to come right in. Good. Now we're going to come up into dancer. You can drag those left toes or belly button to spine. Believe and have the power of your inhale and step up and catch. Now press the foot into the hand, knee straight back, toes up to the ceiling. Breathe here. Gaze will shift. Stay with it. Keep your breath flowing. One more breath here. And then bring it up. Release. Take an inhale and then exhale back to your lunge. Good. Then lots of length. Exhale, come out long. It's plank leg lifted, straight back. Knee to nose. Plank leg lifted. Knee to nose. Up and back, down dog leg lifted. And this time, hug it in, step between the hands, left foot comes up. Lots of length, and then dive into your fold. Inhale up slowly and exhale. Okay, having one more balance challenge for you today. I'll mirror you for this series. So now that our hips are nice and open, we have that activation at the hip creases with our chair pose today. It's all gonna come together now in a half lotus chair balancing sequence.
So let's ground on the left foot first. So heel down, slowly lower the rest of the foot. And we're gonna shift the weight, lengthen always first, preparation. And then we're gonna pick up the right toes and we're gonna open the right hip up, think tree pose or moving into the half lotus. And then you can decide what portion of the left leg is going to rest on top of the right thigh in a moment. It might be the ankle, or might be a little further up the leg, so wherever you're comfortable. So once you're grounded and set, lift up your right toes, open the hip, and then you can use the hands and you can place the leg or the ankle or even the edge of the foot, the pinky edge of the foot on top of your left thigh. Now, sink at your hip crease and lock it into place. Flex through the foot. Find your spot to look at. I'm looking up at you, but I want you to have a long head and neck so you're looking out to the floor. And then if you feel steady, sink a little lower and bring the forearms onto, or the elbows onto the leg and keep sinking here. Breathing, long head and neck, top of the head towards me. Keep your breath flowing. Have such an ease around the balance. One more breath here and then come up slowly and release. Shake your feet out. Let's prepare for the other side. So grounded and strong on the right if you like. Heel down first, slowly lower the rest of the foot. And then shift. Pick up your left toes, open the knee, let the hip release, and then find the right spot on top of the right thigh, flex the left foot, start to lock it in, sink at the hip creases, think chair pose. All right, nice and long through the back, okay, and then you can bring the arms down onto the leg, or maybe it's the elbows. Sink a little further, don't tuck the chin, have a nice long head and neck, release those shoulders. Breathe here. Stay present with it. 2 more nice full deep breaths. And then we'll come up slowly and release. Shake your feet out. All right, we're gonna work our way down to the floor. We're gonna do a little core work as we come down. If you wanna skip that part, you can come down into child's pose and we'll meet you there. Okay, I'm gonna turn this way. Nice and lengthened. Here we go. Big inhale. Exhale to your heart. Inhale here. Exhale, bend and fold. Step right foot back, left foot back into plank. Get yourself set. Right toes lift, hip height no higher, knee to nose. Stretch back out. Bring back in, right behind the tricep. Stretch back out, bring it in, right above the wrist. Stretch back out, open the right hip up, bend the knee, outside edge of the tricep. Stretch back out, lower down. Left toes lift, bend. Stretch back out, behind, above the elbow, right, the tricep. Extend back out, bring it back in, right above the wrist. Stretch back out, open the left hip, knee to the outside. You can look back at it. Stretch it back up, drop it down, drop your knees, take them wide, and take a well-deserved child's pose, hands by your feet. Okay, from here now, we're gonna come up, drop your hips to one side, come up to the front of your mat, and we're gonna roll down onto our backs. Enjoy this journey, nice and slow. Hug the knees in, give a little rock side to side. And then bottoms of the feet to the floor. And just roll the shoulders back and down underneath you so you have that nice firm base for your back and the nice natural curve of the neck. We're gonna hug the right knee in. Keep the left knee bent with the foot on the floor, hug the right knee in. Flex the foot. We're winding down now so the eyes can close. heavy, low jaws released. And we're gonna take figure 4 stretch here, so you can bring the pinky edge of the right foot on top of the left thigh, open the right hip up. Left hand outside your left leg, right hand's gonna go through the opening your right leg makes. Pick the left foot up off the floor and clasp at the back of the left thigh. Hug your left knee into the chest and just breathe here. Again, keep an ease around it. Shoulders release to the floor. A softness to the breath. Now inhale, sole the left foot up to the ceiling. Exhale here, inhale a little bit of length, and then exhale like your left toes were gonna go overhead. That's just the suggested direction. Keep the low back on the floor. Breathe up and down the back of the left leg. One more breath here. Then slowly release. Drop the foot back to the floor. Hands just as a gentle guide on the legs. We're going to extend the left leg long, heel traces the mat, and we're going to allow the right hip to roll open, and we're going to wind up in half lotus tree reclined here. So inhale and then exhale, extend long, allow that right hip to roll open. Keep the left leg engaged. You did all that leg work today. Let's keep that energy intact. Arms out to the side, palms up to the ceiling, or if you can get the back of the hands to the floor, then they can come up overhead. Take a deep breath in here and sigh. Just breathe here. One more breath, and then bring the hands together over the heart. Now we're going to step the right foot on top of the left thigh. Right arm out like a wing, palm to the floor. Left hand, thumb down outside your right leg. Just inch your hips a little bit over to the right. We're going to roll right onto the left side of the body for a knee down twist. So rolling right onto that left hip, knee comes across. Now if your head and neck are on board, you can look out over that right hand. Otherwise, just stay neutral. If you want to take this pose further, just a suggestion, you don't have to, you gotta feel where your body's ready, but since we worked with dancer pose, you can think about that with the left leg, and you can bend the left knee, reach the right hand down and catch your foot, and then press the foot into the hand. Take 2 more nice full deep breaths here, and then we're gonna bring ourselves all the way back to center. Hug the knees in, and then just readjust on your mat because we moved over a little bit, so recenter. Hug the knees in, a little side to side action again. And then hug the left knee. Keep that hugged in as the right foot comes to the floor. And just take a moment and breathe here. Pose so good for our digestion here. It's a pose in itself. Don't want to skip through this part. And then we're going to bring the pinky edge of the left foot on top of the right thigh and open that left knee up. Right hand outside, left hand through, pick the right foot up off the floor, flex the right foot, catch the thigh, and then bring the right knee towards you. Now, hips are different on each side, so this side might feel a little tighter. It does for me, or this might be your easier side. One more breath here, and then sole of the foot up to the ceiling on the right foot. Inhale, exhale, toes overhead. Breathe, send your breath up and down the back of the leg. Even at this point in class, don't push the leg where it doesn't want to go or it's not ready to go. Work your edges. So after you're here for a few breaths, you can get a little more length and then go a little further. One more breath here, and then slowly lower. Foot comes to the floor, hands come on either leg just as a gentle guide. Now really enjoy, feel that left hip really releasing as you extend the right leg long. Arms out to the side, palms up or up overhead. Take a nice sigh here. And just release into it. Take 2 more breaths here.
and bring the hands together and over the heart. We're gonna step the left foot on top of the right thigh, left arm out like a wing, palm to the floor, right hand, thumb down, comes to the outside of the knee. Now, inch your hips a little bit over to the left, and then we're gonna roll right onto the right side of the body. Bring the left knee across. If your head and neck are on board, you can look out over the left hand or just stay neutral. Breathe into the twist here, so important. And if you wanna add the bottom leg in, remember, it's up to you and your body. You can bend, reach down, catch the foot, press the foot into the hand. Full deep breathing. And then inhale, it all comes back to center. Hug the knees in. And then take any last stretch that will feel so good for your body. And then we're just gonna be with our breath for a few moments, and you can choose. You can stay reclined like this, or you can transition slowly up to seated. I'm gonna sit with my block underneath. Once you're comfortable, then I invite you to close the eyes, or a soft gaze is always welcome. And come back to your breath here. And let's just take a journey through the body on the exhale. And I want you to start at the top of your head. And I want you to work all the way down to the bottoms of your feet. Exhaling and softening any last bit of holding or any last pocket of tension that still needs to be released. Do that here now. Feel where it's needed in the body. Feel really connected here to the body. And then just be here with your breath. And just like we did at the beginning of class, connect to that soothing wave-like rhythm. As each inhale lulls you a little deeper, and you keep releasing and softening on your exhale. And just stay with it. Soothing and calming deep breaths. Allow the breath to be the anchor for the mind. So as the thoughts come through, come back to your breath. Face so soft here, low jaws releasing. Into your heart center and see what starts to come into focus for you today. Surround yourself with this nurturing energy we've created together. To your breath, ease in the body, together working to bring ease to the mind. And anytime you need this reminder during your day, you need a few minutes to come back to your inner peace and stillness. Just take a few minutes and reconnect to your breath and allow it to guide you there. So now, with gratitude for all our bodies have given us today, we'll bring hands to the heart. And gratitude for this time
acknowledge this time you created in your day for self-care. And then breathing into your heart. Receive the gift of your practice today, something so personal and unique to each of us. And while the hands are here, feel ever connected to your inner knowing and your intuition, and feel confidently grounded and rooted in your true nature, in your true self. So before we leave each other, we're going to take a nice cleansing sigh. Just release anything that's still on the mind today or any holding in the body. We're going to release it here together now. Ready? Deep breath in, sigh it out. And then sweep up and surround yourself with the positive and renewed energy we've created together. And then that comes to our heart with an Om to seal our practice. So I thank you so much for being here to practice with me today and for sharing your energy. So with my heart just filled with gratitude for being your guide, the light in me and what's special within me sees and honors the light so bright and what's so special within each and every one of you. Namaste. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video and you'd like to see more content, please don't forget to hit the like button, the little thumbs up right below, and to subscribe. Thank you so much.